My mic was off. Welcome everyone to the stream. I think everything's working fine. Can you guys hear me? Hey. So, welcome everyone again. Today is a special day, which I usually don't celebrate, but I thought it would be fun if we were to explore the Character Creator and ZBrush pipeline, because they work so well together. I've been experimenting with it for a few months now, and I'm really loving it. So the idea was to create something Valentine's Day themed, but maybe with a little bit of spiciness to it. So let me quickly switch to this one, show you some of the references I've got. So I don't have one concept in mind. I sketched something up here, but it might change. But this is the vibe that I'm going for. And yeah. I thought that for anyone who's not celebrating Valentine's Day, it would be fun to hang out together. Okay. The music's working. Awesome. Hi Juan. Welcome. I'll leave the chat somewhere here for now. Now, how do we start the character, working with the character? We actually don't start in ZBrush, we start in Character Creator 5 in my case. That's the version that I have. So, it's over here. This is what you'll see. Perhaps I'll hide the chat for now. Okay. So, this is what you'll see. This is sort of your outliner if you're familiar with Maya, and the whole software is user-friendly. What we're gonna do is gonna go to content, and in all you'll scroll down, and it's a library that I think is either complementary with buying Character Creator 5, or you have to download it separately. I'm not sure, but you can start with any of these characters because they all share the same topology, and this is what we're after, is good topology. So we're gonna load this one. And this is what we'll see. And I'm specifically starting with a stylized bench because I know that my final output also needs to be stylized. So it's kind of nice to get, well, rough proportions down straight away, even though she looks nothing like what I want her to look like yet. Now, if we go to scene, we'll see that now we have Tune Neutral F and the components that come with it. What I like to do is get rid of some components, such as Tier Line. I don't really use it, and I think it doesn't break anything. The character is still connected to the system of Character Creator 5, which allows you to do fun stuff like this. Give it a second. There you go. So we're starting out with a fully rigged character, and then we're gonna send it to ZBrush and sculpt on it, and then we're gonna bring it back. That's the idea. Okay, so we remove Restore Bind Pose, which by default is an A pose, which is what we need. I'm perfectly fine with it. Okay, she's got teeth, tongue, eyes. Eye occlusion is a fun one. So basically it's this extra geo that sits on top of the eye and creates that nice shadow. If I turn it off, you'll see what I mean. So I reckon we'll keep it for now. If we don't need it, we can always get rid of it later. Okay, now that that's done, the other thing I wanted to show was how easy it is to play with the proportions of characters in Character Creator 5. So 1 second, yep, okay. We go to this modify window, which is on your screen right side by default. You'll have a bunch of sliders here. Each one of them controls something like a part of the body or part of the head. And there are even blend shapes to switch between different characters, which might look a bit weird on a stylized character, so I'm not gonna do that. But we could like increase the scale of the head. I think I'm fine with this one for now. I might make OBS a bit smaller on my screen so I can see my references. Give me a second. No. Wait. That's about right. Full body. I mean, we could play around with it a bit, but it might give us interesting results. So I just want to get a rough idea of what I want to create. It's gonna get me there like maybe 20%, and then we'll go to ZBrush. Test scale, maybe slightly bigger. You can also, if you don't like to see the textures, go in here and yeah, turn it gray. It's a bit blown out though. I think I'll leave it as that. Maybe I'll turn off the lights. It's a bit easier to see. Okay, now let's look at the eyes. Gives you a lot of control, which I love. And just the angle and the depth. You can turn off, no, you can't turn off the eyelashes yet, but we'll come back to it when we get to ZBrush part of it. Okay, ear scale. Maybe we'll make them longer but smaller. It's sort of like playing Sims in a way. Don't scale. And give her stronger cheekbones. Why not? Nose, okay. Oh, character creator, yes. Yes, so we're starting in character creator and then we'll move on to ZBrush part of the process, which will take the longest since this character is already rigged. So I just need a base to start from. And I wanted to show you guys how I do it for my projects. Also, apologies if I sound a bit sick, it's because I am. Half scale, maybe we'll keep it, but decrease the width. Okay, another thing that we could do is open the character's mouth, just like that. And so when we get to the sliders, we can control the scale of the teeth and actually like see what it's doing, right? For now, I think I'm okay. I wonder if I want more definition in the teeth. So maybe if I go to content and search for teeth, yeah, so we'll see all the default teeth that Character Creator has, and we're right now using this one, I believe. Maybe something more realistic won't hurt. How cursed is it gonna look? Not too bad. I'll definitely adjust it inside ZBrush later. And you can even adjust it by age. Didn't know that. Okay, pretty happy with that. You can't really adjust the eyebrows. It's fine. Okay. Now let's go here and say close mouth. Choose this button here. I'm gonna need teeth. Okay. Awesome. We want to adjust the hands anyway. Yeah, perhaps I want to make the fingers slightly bit longer. Thinner. It's easier to sculpt on them that way. Sweet. Okay, we have tongue, body, eye, teeth, and eye occlusion. Cool. Now, let's say you're happy with it. If you put the character in any pose, just go remove and restore bind pose. I like to do it just for my own peace of mind. I think Character Creator does it by default for you. And now we can hit this button, which has ZBrush logo on it. Now I don't want to relink. It's saying relink because there was a project that existed before. But by default, it will just say create. And it's gonna create all of these geos inside ZBrush. Now, what you have control over is what body parts you want to split, and I personally like to tick this one on. By default it's off, and what it means, it's gonna separate the body from the eyelash geometry, so it's easier for you to work on the eyelids of the character. Trust me, it's a good one. So you select A pose and you go Z, and you give it a second. Also, by default, when it's your first time linking ZBrush and Character Creator, it might come up with a window saying, "Oh, we found a copy of ZBrush installed on your machine. Please close ZBrush and we'll install like all the necessary files for the connection to work." Okay, I think that's done. So now, let's go to ZBrush. This is what we see. You can see eye winker, aka eyelashes, are separated, and now you can hide them. Okay, cool. Another thing that comes with Character Creator, which I usually disable, is this like extra level of detail, but I don't need it for my stylized characters, so you can either hide it or I like to get rid of it. it's a layer here. And yeah, we're good to go. Let's start working on the character. Again, I don't have a concept in mind, so I can't really put anything on screen. I have dozens of characters and like different illustrations on my PureRep board on another screen, so I'm just gonna take it from here, I guess, and then go wild with it. I like to work in gray for a little bit until I don't. Okay, so by default you try to adjust something that says, hey, it has layers. I also get rid of them. Any Reillusion people who are watching me right now might be like, no, why are you doing this? But this is what works for me. I've tested it many times, and that's how I roll with it. Okay, so another thing I'm noticing is that we did not split off these parts of the body. The caruncles. I think that's the word. Let me quickly go check. Okay, maybe we can try and fix it. So if we go back here and hit the, select the whole character and you hit the brush button again, go Z, you create again instead of relinking, and we want to split off, I think it's tear ducts. Might be confusing it with something else. Yeah, let's try that. Nothing else to select, so let's go Z. Hello, how many time you spent to learn sculpting? Great question. So I've discovered ZBrush in 2019, but I sculpted prior to that in Mudbox and a bit of Blender since 2016. So about 10 years of sculpting, but professionally only about 7 years. Okay, yes. When tear ducts are now split up, so we don't need to sculpt on them. And if we don't want to use them, we can hide them for now. Again, same thing. I like to get rid of the details. I'm sure they're used for other things, like micro normals and like baking normal maps, which is another thing that Character Creator can do in tandem with ZBrush. But for now, I don't need it, so I get rid of it. RIP Mudbox. Is it gone? I haven't checked on it in ages. Is it still a thing or not anymore? Interesting. Got like double-sided mesh. Wonder why. You have used some course to learn. anything free available on YouTube I used. It was a lot of free content for me personally. Some like short tutorials here and there that were paid, but nothing for like sculpting. I just did a lot of it on my own. Participated in challenges a lot. That was cool. I always excuse me. I always encourage people to participate. Another thing that you need to keep in mind is that you cannot change the topology of the mesh. The only way it's gonna work between ZBrush and Character Creator, and if you know, stay loyal to the topology, you do not cheat on it, you do not use any, what's it called, Sculptures Pro or Dynamesh. No. Just the topology that you're given. And then the link will work. Now what you can do is you can add subdivision levels, as many as you want within reason, and sculpt details on that. Which is totally fine. Also, by default, it comes with these polygroups, which are really handy as well for you to sculpt parts such as like lips, nose, eye sockets, everything. I want to give her a nice Cupid's bow here, since it is Valentine's Day. Why not? Oh, is that why you couldn't delete the tear thing in the eyes directly in ZBrush and did it in CC? You shouldn't be deleting anything in ZBrush. It will most likely break the link between them. So as long as you send a source file from Character Creator and you like modify it there, I think it's fine. But if you try to delete stuff here or rename it, which is another good point I should add, I usually drop down a star at the very bottom and bring it all the way to the top and hide it. So you know when ZBrush files are saved through Save As, the top subtool is gonna get renamed, and we cannot have that happen. So we want to keep CC base body exactly as it is right now in terms of like, naming. So this thing will help us with that. So I'm just gonna save wrong location. 1 second. Let me quickly create a folder. Okay, saved. So now you can see as soon as I save it as succubus, because that's what we're creating, this is what it's called now, which is fine because we'll never send the star to character creator. It's just like a dummy. Ah, nice, thank you. All good. So yeah. Let me quickly get some reference, additional reference that I need. Any tips for a beginner? Don't bite off more than you can chew. So by that I mean to not make your first project in ZBrush this I don't know, statue of a character from your favorite anime with flames and a very dynamic pose, and it's riding a tiger, and you know, beginners are very ambitious sometimes, and they can overshoot or sort of like overestimate what they can do, and then they get frustrated when they cannot achieve that, which is understandable because the skill level is not there yet, but it will be. You just need to learn it in more like bite-sized pieces. So just sculpt a weapon, sculpt a bust of a character, sculpt some clothing, sculpt a cute little animal, I don't know, anything you like. Excuse me? Just sending some anatomy reference from one board to the other. Wait. I'd like to give her some lower eyelids. Might be a bit tricky to do if you're like me and you're used to working with primitive shapes more than with final typology. So this is my workflow at work usually, when you have to use base meshes and, you know, keep it quick. But for my personal projects, I like to start from a sphere. So this stream is a bit of a departure from my normal workflow. but I thought it would be interesting for once to do something different. Okay, let's mask this brow area, blur it some more, I reckon. Yep. Wait. I think her neck is too thin, too stylized. Could have fixed it in Character Creator, but I forgot, so I'm gonna fix it now. A bit funny now with her skinny arms, but we'll fix that too. What's nice about this method is that the default topology is already very nice to work with. It is created for this pipeline, so most of the strokes that you will do will flow very nicely, and there won't be a lot of pitching happening. You know, when you have a star, then awkward application, which often happens when you use ZBrush, which is okay. It's your temporary your temporary topology, but it's nice to have a good topology to work with. Yeah, but too much with this area. Move it out. Excuse me. Really need to get some sort of cough syrup because this is getting out of hand. Okay, I like to smooth out that bump that there is on the model by default, on the model of the eye, which is a natural thing that we do have. Our eyes are not perfectly spherical. It's fine. Okay, I want to reshape her eyes, make them a bit sharper. not a lot of explaining to do here. It's just something I'm used to doing on female characters that I sculpt. Okay. So with adjusting all of that, you also need to keep in mind that you have the eyelashes that either need to be, come on, also modified or replaced later down the line. For now, it's okay like that. Leave it. Okay, now let's create some sort of hair situation. So on my sketch she has bangs and ponytails. We'll see if I like it, but for now let's make it happen. This is how I start all of my hair. Just by drawing out a scalp mask. Like so. Now you can refine it with normal paintbrush or like freehand masking way approach. Okay, maybe fill it out a bit more here. Make sure you don't get any on the ear. Wait, that looks good. Yeah, let's go to extract and extract. Maybe we can make it slightly thicker. Let's accept that. Now we have an extract one here. Can rename it to be hair. And this one you can modify as much as you want. You can change topology. you can do anything. Okay, that was scary. Let's drop it down to 8. That's about right. I like to take my trim dynamic brush, sort of trim the sides. Oh, so she now has this blob on her hair, on her head. You go B, C, and you find curved pinch brush. Make it larger because the character creator models are quite big. Well, they're normal size, but the way that ZBrush handles scale is different. Just plop it down the middle and you have a parting line. You can place it any way you want. For now, I'll keep it symmetrical. Now, let's see. We're still in the blocking stage, so not too worried. Maybe we can play around with the damp standard a little bit. Try to define some parts. Around here will be the ponytail, so we can either take our curve pinch again or do it with damp standard, doesn't really matter. And then go, block out of the hair done, of the piece that's attached to the head at least. You can dynamesh it as you go if you want. Okay. Can do that again with the fringe part. So take out the masking brush again. Maybe until here. We'll do extract again. Yep. Geometry, dynamesh. Smooth it. Pull it. Fringe. And let's take the snake hook brush. There you go. I use it very rarely, but it's so much fun to use. That's the block out for our fringe, let's say. Again, everything's really rough, okay? I think I'm gonna be right back. I think I have a cough syrup, so I'll stop my barking on stream, hopefully. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, let's keep on refining the shapes. So this is really distracting me. I feel like I went a bit far with her chest. Okay. On my sketch, which you can see because there you go. I drew the ponytails going up. Not my idea. I looked it up from another reference. Really cool. But yeah, this is sort of the idea, and I'm thinking after I animate her in Character Creator 5, maybe she can move a little bit and her ponytails can flow as well if I put some sort of noise on it and just gonna wobble. We'll see. That's the concept. But yeah, this is sort of the vibe. Not sure about the facial expression yet. Maybe that, maybe something crazier. We'll see. I know that most of you must know this trick by now, but activating AccuCurve with your move brush yields really cool results when you need to sort of like pinch something in this way. So normal move brush acts like this, and the one with AccuCurve acts like this. And this option can be saved on your custom menu, like I have it here, or put somewhere like on your UI, and it can be found. Can't really see it because of my overlay. Can you let me disable it for a second? Not samples. Yeah, this one. So brush, curve, AccuCurve. There it is. Ooh, what happened to my teeth? They look demonic. Okay, so it must be the detail thing. Get rid of it, it's fine. Get the tongue, same thing. Adding all that texture that we'll never use. Fine. Okay, let's turn on the color. See what's going on. I'm gonna fill it with white. Relax this neck area now that I see it. Can't unsee it. Ugh. Okay. So I'm thinking let's take the standard brush, turn on RGB, turn off Z8DZ, Z-add. Now let's drag an alpha. Make sure that you're on the highest division level. I think 5 levels is enough. And try to drag it out somewhere in the middle of the eye. So this is what's going to happen by default. It's kind of blurry, even though it shouldn't be. It's because of your focal shift. So if you drag it all the way here and try it again, that'll be much better. That's what we want. And then Control Alt click, left click to sharpen it. There you go. You have the eyes. Not sure if they're too small or too big yet. Let's make it something like that. Now pick a lighter color. And if you don't want to have the mask applied, you can Control H to hide it. So it will still be applied, but you won't be able to see it. Really nice sometimes. I like to switch to skin shade to paint the eyes as well for the time being. Let's go lighter and maybe colder. Something along that. Now let's disable the lazy mouse and make the focal shift harsher. Or slide it more to the left. What I want to create, but I don't know if I like it. Looks kind of goofy. Trying something different than I usually do. Usually I would just fill it with black color. Make it larger. But because it's supposed to be this demonic character, maybe we'll do something else. We'll see. for now this is okay. We can fill it with toy plastic, which is this material that gives a nice glint to the eye. So go to M and go fill color, fill object, and it can be found on the color. I swear there's a panel called color there, and there it is. Now when you switch to another material, that glossy material will stay on the eyes. What's the hardest and the easiest between modeling, texturing, topology, and rendering? For me personally, or like a common among 3D artists? Because I feel like everyone struggles with their own thing. Or the hardest to learn, you mean? So for me personally, I don't struggle with any of those at the moment because I've been doing it for many years. But the hardest for me to learn, I guess it was topology. It took me quite a few years to get it right. I wasn't able to find a lot of resources online on it. I think that's why. But after working for like different clients and different studios, you sort of kind of figure it out. But there is not like one universal topology that works everywhere. There is some common knowledge and common sense, right? When working in the industry, you know what not to do, what to do, like where to place loops, but sometimes you'll come in with your knowledge of topology, and the studio is used to a different way, so you have to adapt. About 30 people watching me right now struggle with the hair. Amazing. I'll use this moment to say that our studio, I work for Gameloft, Brisbane. We're currently on the lookout for a number of positions, and if any of you would be interested in applying, you can check out our LinkedIn or our website. We're looking for senior character artists, so if you've worked on games before and you have stylized portfolio, please reach out to them, to us, and also obviously if you're interested. To have a senior environment artist position. think I want to make her very pale. So if you want to change your character's skin tone, the easiest way without repainting it, because there's already some data from character creator, which is nice, we can use that, why not? You can go to Polypaint and adjust colors, which will bring up this menu. You can frame and zoom, everything else, but it's separate from ZBrush menu. And now if you go here, you have a bunch of sliders. You can, which I usually do, adjust the RGB intensity to make the character look darker or lighter, or anything for that matter, not just characters. You can change the hue, maybe I'll make it slightly a bit more pink. Contrast, I don't think I'm gonna touch. It's me. Okay, just to show you guys how this whole thing is gonna work. Also, we forgot to apply the shader to the whole thing. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Not the shader, the material matte cap. Okay. Cool. Let me reshape the eyebrows real quick, and then we can like do a trial run back into Character Creator 5. Hopefully nothing breaks. So just so the contrast is more stark, we can make her lips dark, for instance. Oh, put some lip gloss or lipstick on it. And you can isolate by polygroups to really get in there. There we go. Right, maybe we'll give her some makeup here as well. I'm just winging it, by the way. I would totally do this with some sort of reference of Pinterest or Google. This looks dirty. Yeah, don't do what I did there. We can also try and mask this area with the transpose tool. And that. Yep. You guys are quiet. Gonna keep going. Okay, yeah. So quickly, let's just ZBrush the hair. You use smooth on lower subdivision and then polish on higher to get that smooth look. I always end up with bumps, so it's annoying. Great job, by the way. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. I cannot preach it enough. Do not do any modifications on higher subdivision levels, especially big ones, if you want to inflate characters' cheeks. Do not do it on level 5 or 6. Do it on level 1 or 2, okay? 2 max. If you're adjusting the eye shape, do not do it on level 5 or 6. Always, like, even small adjustments, they go a long way when you get them done on the lower subdivision levels first. Only treat higher subdivision levels for... I don't know what I would do on level 6. I polypaint on level 6. I add things like this, damp standard. And I do this on level 6. That's it. Yeah, so just like defining the shapes, the folds, nothing else, right? So exactly like you said, do not do it. Save yourself some nerves, because yes, you will end up with lumpy meshes, and it will drive you insane. Also, do not polypaint on level 1 or 2. I'll show you why. Well, this is why. You'll get really pixelated strokes. When you smooth them, they will not smooth with the mesh, they'll just stay pixelated. And the same goes for smoothing. If you're smoothing and RGB is turned on, you'll get really weird results. Look. So I'm gonna smooth it here. Looks nice, kinda. And then you switch to level 6. What is this? Terrible. So never smooth on low subdivision levels. At least the paint, the poly paint, do not smooth it on lower subdivision levels. Only on the highest one. Okay, let's say this is what we wanted. Subdivide it 3 times, do a clay polish pass on it. In here, ZBrush. Boom. Again, couple subdivision levels, clay polish to make it sharper. Why not? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to, well, we're gonna fill it with color. We give it a gradient real quick, like so. And the same thing here, a gradient. Why not? And we'll add ponytails later. Now we go to lower subdivision level. And yeah, that's fine. Let's go to UV Master and just say unwrap. Give it a few seconds. Cool. It unwrapped it. Do the same thing for the fringe. Unwrap. Cool. The rest of the body, because we haven't added anything new except for these two, is already UV unwrapped, so you don't need to do that. Now let's turn these things back on. She will look crazy for a little bit. Do not worry. Might also, while we're here, give her more like a stylized gum color. Fill. And same goes for the teeth. Just white is good. And the tongue can be pink. Why not? There you go. Okay, so we made all of those changes. We did a lot of poly painting. Now let's go all low. Right, she looks freaky, I know. Go to Z plugin, and there are lots of videos on how to install it, but basically you install ZBrush, you install Character Creator, and when you go to ZBrush and you go Z, there is like there's this button, Path to Character Creator, and ZBrush will try to find it and will be like, oh, I found this one. You say, awesome. So now the link is established, and ZBrush or Character Creator will prompt you to download this CC Go Z Plus, which I think is installed automatically after you like say okay, so you don't need to manually place any files or extract them or do anything. So now you have this thing. What we're gonna do, we're gonna select subdivision level 0 because we don't need level 2, and I don't need displacement, but I do want diffuse and normal, and 2K is okay. So what it's gonna do, we're gonna say take all visible subtools, and I say visible because the only invisible is the star and we do not need it. So take all visible and send them to Character Creator, and we'll see what happens. Give it a few seconds. What it's doing right now, it's baking all the texture maps, normals and diffuse in our case, and also sending all the geometries. Continue. Should detect it. Okay, awesome, it did. So now we're inside Character Creator. Just switch to the tab, and what it detected is that we kept all the body parts there. And by the way, if you're trying the same thing and it's saying create, or for some reason it doesn't recognize the link, it's probably because you forgot to unhide one of the parts or you deleted it in ZBrush. Please do not delete anything in ZBrush. Because the eyelash is by default merged with the body inside Character Creator 5, if you try and delete it in ZBrush, Character Creator freaks out because it can no longer find those two, and they are merged together, so they are part of one mesh. But for the ease of sculpting, they're split off. So please do not delete it, otherwise it will not work. So for the hair and fringe, create cloth is fine. I'll explain why later. Obviously they're not cloth pieces. This is fine. Adjust bones to fit morph. Why not? Just in case we moved something like drastically, but I don't think we did. Okie dokie. Good work. There you go. And what you see here is your character from ZBrush has been imported into Character Creator. And look at that. Character Creator even went ahead and took all those nice maps that ZBrush has baked and attached them to this material. So in here in the checkered icon, this is a material tab. And if you click on, let's say, the hair, you'll see that this is our amazing UV unwrap that we've done in ZBrush. It can be done in any other software, or you can also control it in ZBrush with crease edges, or polypaint, or polygroups. There are many ways. Anyway, went ahead and attached normal map. As you can see, there are some like lines there, so that's nice. And this. Okay, awesome. Now we can even try to make her talk. If we go to content and let's do animation. Try this one. I just downloaded it today. That's okay. I haven't tried it before. Ooh, wow, interesting. Her eyes are very closed. I guess it's something to do with the face, like body proportions. But yeah, here she is. Ooh, those teeth need some work. But she's alive. Yeah, it's working. A bit broken. Let's restore bind pose and select something more fitting. Template. Okay. Let's go out of the pack that I just downloaded, which is under free resources, so it must have been for free. Animation. Expression, pose, motion. I think I haven't downloaded the full library yet. Let's then do facial rig and full face. Use smooth on lower subdivision and then polish on higher to get that smooth look. Ah, sorry, I already read that. If you delete it on ZBrush, can you just create it again so CC recognizes it? You delete it, I don't think you can recreate the eyelashes, it will not work. You could recreate the teeth, I think, or any like external parts, maybe the eyes. Haven't tried it. I try to keep this pipeline safe, like without deleting anything. Not safe, stable. What menu was that Gozy in? Sorry, yeah. So if I go back, looks demonic. Let me turn off Max on Overlay. Preferences, Gozy. And the other one is in Z plugin, CC Gozy Plus, which is plus basically allows you to also make diffuse, normal displacement, and also send different subdivision levels, which is awesome because I can also send subdivision level 2 or 3 and we'll still link it with all the animations, which is cool. Kind of like working with bloods. Okay. I've never used CC, I've been a prop modeler mostly, I just picked up ZBrush for characters recently, thank you for the advice. All good, all good. Okay, the animation has loaded, now we can preview it. Okay, so this one's nicely calibrated to her facial proportions, so it does clip a little bit, especially around like the eyelashes, but we can fix that. See, we made the tongue pink, and it came through as well. The next thing would be for me to paint a nicer lipstick, like lip job, because you can kind of see it on the inside. It stops very abruptly. So yeah, I would fix that. And also reshape the teeth to be more stylized. But yeah, it's working. Got a very interesting eye shaper. Okay, it's working with the hair as a cloth, but ideally what you would do, you go to hair and you do convert to accessory, and let's remove restore bind pose. Okay, you select hair, you go to this tab in the modify tab, convert to accessory, and it asks you, do you want to reset it to default shape or bake the current shape? You want to bake the current shape, because reset to default shape will send it somewhere where you don't want it to be, usually. So bake the current shape. Now it's an accessory and not a cloth. What we can do is create hair, brows, beards, or lashes. Reset facial expressions, yes. So now you need to choose, what is this hair? Is it a base? Is it a rear? Is it bangs? We say it's base and apply. Sweet. Now we do the same thing for the fringe. You convert it to accessory, bake current shape, create hair, reset facial expressions, sure. And you go to bangs, why not? Let's apply that. Yeah, so this is working nicely now, hopefully. So when you're creating something out of ZBrush and it comes in as cloth, cloth usually inherits the weights of the nearby objects, so it's kind of like gonna stick to the body, to the legs, to whatever. So ideally you would want to convert it to the hair, so you can see there's now this icon of like a short bob, I think, yeah. And also I believe setting it as a fringe or the base hair or something else gives it different properties. I don't think it's dynamic yet, but perhaps we could make it so. Can you adjust the skinning of the meshes in CC? Yes, you can. So let's put her full body to the test. Let's say you wanted to adjust skinning here. You select the body, so the mesh that you want to adjust the skins on, the skinning on. You go, where is it? Usually here. Am I blind? Interesting. Just bones? No. Okay, what about hair? Okay. So for some reason on the body you cannot. But on the fringe and hair and all the accessories, so when we get her dressed and she's not naked, we'll be able to adjust the skin weights. You just go fringe and let's say skin weights. And it will open up this tab where you can go through all of these bones and we can see that it's fully attached to the head, right? So it's 100%. And you can select color weights or grayscale and you can paint it or flood it with color. You can even do it by selection. Not sure why you can't do the body. Maybe it's just locked so it works nicely. I'll need to research that. But yes, everything else I think you can. Oh, I just saw the bottom skin. Wait, sorry. Dang it, I have to go. Would love to stay and see again. Thank you so much for the advice. Oh, good. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, the stream will be available after I'm done. So just come back and watch it if you want. So yeah, here you go, guys. She is alive. Now let's restore bind pose. Let me save this. Wait. Let's save our ZBrush work as well. Wait. All done. So we can keep on working and adding more elements on top. So in my concept art, well, concept art is not the right word, but sketch. She's wearing typed clothing, she's got horns, ponytails, some accessories, which will be fun to create. Excuse me? Yeah. Let me quickly check how much time I have left and if anyone is lined up after me. I believe, yes. So in 15 minutes time, Mike Thompson and Bradley Collar will be on. So I'll be having to say goodbye. Today's stream was a bit shorter than usual, but I think I got the main idea across. So I'll just be doing this off screen as well in about 10 minutes. So if you guys have any questions right now, please ask me. I'm here to show you how to do stuff. Also, shameless plug, in the description of the video, wherever you're watching Twitch or YouTube, there is my skill link tree with all of my social media like ArtStation, Instagram, YouTube, so you can follow me there if you haven't already and if you want to as well. And we have an amazing Discord community called 3D Rabbit Hole, where I give feedback, where we chat, we hang out every other week as well. Also, my voice is just saying goodbye, so I think it's nice that it lasted the whole hour and a half. And yeah. I think I'm gonna get some tea, and after the stream I might join the voice channel in my Discord. So if you're there, you can also join in and chat with me via voice or text as well. It's fine. Yeah. Doesn't seem like you guys have any questions. So I'll be taking my leave. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in 2 weeks' time, the same place, same time as well.